Good evening. Welcome to Jambo Radio. I'm your host, Agatha Kabera. Welcome to Mind Matters. Guys, you can catch us live on Jambo Radio Scotland, and you can join in on www.jamboradio.co.uk, and you can also call into the studio on 075-4200-2891. The topic today on Mind Matters is friendships, and I've got two special guests. I have Fina, who is back with us. Welcome back, Fina. And I have Carol. Hey.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so happy to have you here, guys. I'm so excited to just talk about this topic with you guys.
Yeah.
You know, I know you guys are really close friends, so it's great to have you and just kind of get into this topic.
Yeah.
Fina, you've been before. We're happy to have you again.
Thank you.
Carol, we've not had you.
Oh, first time. I'm excited.
I'm so excited to have you too. Carol, can you introduce yourself to us, please?
Yeah, sure. My name is Carol Maronda. I don't know what else to say.
Name change. She used to be Carol.
Carol Maronda.
Still getting used to it. I'm like, oh.
I know. Things have changed. And I live in Glasgow. Yeah, I've been here for a long time.
Amazing. Guys, as I said, this week's topic is friendships, and we're just going to kind of get into it.
Yeah.
What is friendship? Well, the definition of friendship is a mutual affection between two people.
I like that.
Who care for one another and freely share positive and negative news. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely.
Sure.
Yeah. I agree with that as well.
I like that definition. I think friendship, just exactly what you said, but it's family. I think good friends end up being family.
100%.
Don't they?
Yeah.
And good family is exactly what you described. So yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I like that as well. I think, at this point we have become like family. Yeah. We're sisters now.
Yeah.
So,
but she's not an annoying sister. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the good thing about friendship.
She does not.
It's someone that you've chosen.
Yeah.
Do you know how siblings, they just annoy you?
You have no choice.
There's actually no choice no matter. But I think the good thing about friendship is, you can cut them off. So maybe that's why they're not annoying.
Yeah, definitely. Because anytime I can be like, listen, I'm out. Yeah, I'm not doing this anymore with you.
There's
so.
a choice in that relationship.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, if you like, if someone is not sort of bringing in, any sort of, positivity in your life or pouring into you, and they just all be negative, then I'm sorry, it just can't continue. Not at this age anyways.
Yeah.
True.
You do have the right to be like, listen, you're just gonna distance yourself from the friendship, so
it's time to move on, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, it's right in a way. I feel like maybe if it's like a short time friendship, it's easier to let go.
Definitely.
But I think if like you guys have had such a long time friendship, I think it's definitely a bit more difficult just to like cut off completely.
It is. Yeah.
I think it would have to be something really bad.
Exactly.
Really bad. Yeah. And you just kind of
something would have to happen drastic that would break our friendship up.
Yeah.
But I think I agree with Carol. I think with friendship, unlike family, but even family, you still can cut family off too.
Yeah, you can.
Not in our community, because we don't. In our community is a bit harder, but yeah, I think the thing about this life is it's too short. So if someone is, like Carol was saying, bringing that negative energy, and they're draining you more than they're filling you.
Yeah.
Not that it's transactional, but it kind of is. It kind of is. And it doesn't have to be material things, but it's just the consistency. If someone is not bringing that consistency, that love, that support, that just wellness and peace into your life, and it's always like drama, or something just negative out with what they're going through, then it's okay to evaluate and say, actually, this relationship has to either take a step back or stop altogether.
So what do you think like a healthy relationship consists of? Like, for me it would be like trust, loyalty, compromise.
Yeah.
Because nobody's perfect.
Nobody is perfect. But I don't know, would I say compromise per se? I would just I wouldn't call it compromise, but I feel like, okay, first of all, I always say to Fina, right, like I feel like our friendship, it's a God-given friendship, with Fina, right? So like there's as you said, there's a lot of this trust, and it's because his years of sort of pouring that into each other's trust. I know that even if I was someone and I'm not there, I know that she would speak well of me. She would defend me, so I don't need to worry about her wherever she is or wherever she's around. And I wouldn't, how you say, I wouldn't say, compromise. I think it's just knowing your friend, like just knowing them and knowing what they stand for, and knowing, kind of like when to step back and when to support them, even if, let's say maybe you might not agree, but like, let me support them on that and I'll speak to them about it later. So I don't know if I'll call it compromise.
Maybe compromise is the wrong word, but like, with me personally, I have quite a different like friendships, and I think like
it depends. I definitely think it depends. I think Carol can't say compromise. If you're looking at our relationship, you can't, because we like the same things. We do the same things. Like, we think the same way. So everything that she wants to do, I want to do anyway, and vice versa. So our common interests are so similar, and so vast that so if you say next week let's go for lunch, I'm down. If you like every activities that we want to do or anything that our conversation, like they're so, I think we're just similar in our thinking and the way we are. So compromise is rarely something that we have to do. But now that we're getting older, you never know.
True.
This might be
something that we have to
because before our friendship, and we'll talk about this probably later, but before our friendship was just me and her. But now that Carol is married, there's another entity in our friendship.
True.
I think compromise is going to start coming in now. And I think it already has actually.
It has. Like slowly it's just
it's a natural progression. It's a natural part of life.
Evolving.
It is.
So different stages, different seasons. You're gonna want to prioritize your time a bit different. So before it would just be me and her all the time, and it used to annoy a lot of friends. we used to just move.
Guys, these two have a pet name for each other. We don't understand.
Agatha, but why?
And we will tell you. We'll never tell you. We'll never tell you.
We won't tell you because this is
why do you want to know?
Why do you want to know?
We want to just see them.
I think the more you want to know, the more we don't want to tell you.
Exactly, we're telling you guys, sorry.
But no, like I was saying though, so compromise, I think when you're older, for sure you do, because with her, with a new marriage and a new stage in life, with me and everything that I'm doing as well, we don't spend as much time as we did before. Yeah, we
definitely.
So sometimes it's like, okay, I need to prioritize this and compromise this so that we can keep our friendship alive. And we're just talking about that a couple of weeks ago. But again, we think the same way that all of us were just like, both of us were just like, CBA.
It's just gonna happen.
When it happens, it happens.
Exactly. So I think we're learning to adapt, because this is like, it's a new, as Fina said, like it's like a new, like a different stage in my life right now. So it's learning to just make time for different things, make time for our friendship, for family, like so trying to juggle everything. But I feel like it's part of life, so we are trying to adapt. Even when the kids come, we have to adapt to that. You know what I mean? But then we have a stage where our kids play together, and then we'll be like spending a lot of time again with each other. So it's just about making that space to also not feel like we're abandoning each other or we're not making effort with our friendship. It's just that it's a season that we're in right now, and there will be a stage where things are like aligned again. So it's just I just kept having that understanding. So and I think that's what I love about us. We don't have to explain so much.
You just
something is off, like we'll be like, we know what's up. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about things. So
you're gonna ask about this later, I know, about communication, but she is definitely the communicator. The girl loves to talk. I love to talk, but nothing important. I like to keep it light. This girl, oh my god,
let's talk about it.
We have to talk about it.
I think that's so good.
She is a great communicator, and she loves to know why things are the way they are. I'm just like, I would rather sweep things under the carpet and move on with my life. But communication, it's Carol on the relationship.
But you always meet me halfway, so that's the thing.
Yeah, because I have to. I don't have a choice.
You've learned.
I don't have a choice.
She's doing well.
So would you say, like, obviously you and Carol, have you had like different stages, like, we're talking about evolving and stuff, from when you were like teenagers to early 20s to now, like, marriage and all of like as your friendship definitely changed? Would you say from when like you were young, school?
For sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
I want to talk a little bit about that. How was it involved? It's like when you guys were teenagers. How was the friendship go?
It was fun. We had fun. No, we really had fun.
We really did have fun. Yeah. We made the best of it.
Yeah. Do you want to go there?
Go first.
So as teenagers, obviously we're not gonna be out here putting our business out. But as teenagers, I think actually we met when we were teenagers. I can't remember exactly where we met. I think, was it McDonald's? I think it was in town.
But our moms met first, right?
Right. So our moms met first, and then I don't know how the introduction was met. But as soon as I met her, I'm like,
you just clicked.
We just
she's
just
cool.
What it was.
Like, I think we're gonna be friends. And then we were inseparable. We just started spending time together a lot.
Yeah.
And again, our way of thinking and a way of being is so similar. So through teenage years, what did we got up to? A lot of nothing.
100%.
But the good thing, like Carol had mentioned, though, it was a God ordained relationship. So my mom and her mom are very, very faith orientated. So they've always prayed for us. They've always poured into us that way.
Okay.
So even us, we kind of knew, like, you know, we had our faith was a certain type of our relationship as well. And you know, we pray for each other amongst all the craziness. We still pray for each other, and we still encourage each other in the things of God. So that kept us for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But as teenagers, we were just young and reckless, like every other teenager.
Just enjoy life.
And I think
our best lives.
And I think our insight sometimes can be so reduced.
But
so there's some ways that I will make it okay. Like we are really good at justifying
like anything.
So if we want to do something and we can justify it to each other,
we just do it.
Really?
I mean, we're still here, right?
So that's teenagers, and then we just kind of had different paths. Like school wise, it wasn't the best, and then we both went to college, which is amazing.
See, before we move on to college, would you say like when you guys were teenagers, you already kind of knew what a good friendship was? Because I think like, you know, when you're going through your teens, there's a lot of hormones, there's a lot of other things happening, you know, and I feel like especially when you're teens, like your friends are your everything. You know, you kind of drift away from your parents, and you're more, you know, with your friends and everything. So would you say you guys already knew what a good friendship and a healthy friendship look like?
So I think, you know, at that age, you're not aware of how good a friendship that you have. I think you just know that you have really good friends. It's only when you get older and you look back and you're like, you know what, like, you know, we are good friends, and you know, we've been there for each other and that kind of stuff. So but when we were young, the thing is, again, we did a lot of nothing, but it was, you know, good vibes. So I just knew that, you know, when we're around each other, you know, we're good and we have fun together and we laugh a lot and all that kind of stuff. So, but I don't think at the time I was aware of how much my friendship, like Fina's friendship meant to me at the time. It's only when we got older and you go through things, you know, you grieve together and all that kind of stuff. And then that's when you're like, okay, so this is, you know, and this is a sister now. So, but at the time we just knew that we were like just always together and we just got each other. We didn't have to talk too much about things. It is what it was. We just got on with it. Let's just, you know, go and have fun. So at the time, I wouldn't say that I was aware to that extent. It's only when I sort of got older, and even when like I moved over for uni, that's when you're like, oh, you know, I'm with my friends anymore. What's going on? Like, oh, your friends.
I know.
You know, it was just kind of like, that's when it started to kick in. But you know, when you're younger, I just knew that I had good friends, and also we had other friends. Like, you know, me and Fina have always had, you know, like other friends around us, mutual friends. So we just kind of moved as a group. I don't think I realized how sort of how important it was at the time.
I agree completely. But I do think even if we weren't aware, consciously, how good our friendship was, subconsciously we knew.
Because we knew. We just knew.
We did because as much as I'm saying like we were young and reckless in our teenage years,
you felt safe.
100%.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I always think like we started going out quite early, you know, as you do. But I always remember, even just in our friendship group, not just me and Carol, more so me and Carol, but just in our whole friendship group, we would never go out and leave one person behind.
Never,
you know.
Never.
So there was so much safety. There was just care. We didn't know we were doing it, but there was also a point we would never cross. Do you know what I mean? There's certain things we'd be like, "Are you okay?" We would never do illegal stuff for the most part.
Never,
you know,
for the most part.
You know, we would never do anything that would jeopardize our future, you know, tremendously, or embarrass our parents, or, you know, things like that. So there was safety in that. We didn't know it, but it was
still,
there
it
anyway.
was there, I feel like we had insight. like we talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
Like insight, we just had insight at that age, you know.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. And thank God we had insight. You
Yeah.
know? And praying and pray for parents as well. So let's not forget that.
Parents.
You know what I mean? So yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. So how, because me personally, with like teenager, honestly, I feel like I had two different types of friends. I had my good friends, and I had like my
not so good friends.
Not so good friends. You understand? So like it was, there was the good friends when it was like books, church, and then there was my friends of like, yay, let's go party, have fun, and that kind of thing. So peer pressure, 100%. I think my other side of like not so good friends, definitely I did like fall into like the peer pressure at that young age and stuff. So it's great to just see that you guys were so like kind of self-aware and feeling safe, because I don't know, like,
was that not your experience?
Yeah,
I don't know, because there's definitely some things that I look back and I'm just like, no, that wasn't right.
That didn't feel right. That should never have happened.
That should have never happened, you know. But then at the same time, the fact that I already knew these were my not so good friends and these were my good friends, so I must have known like I'm safe with these ones, I'm not safe with these.
Yes, I get you completely.
You understand? Because I already at my young age, I already knew, you know.
So what was the attraction to the not so good ones? Because I think like for us, we were both not so good.
That's the
and
thing.
good friends.
So we were both.
It was no separation.
It was both. So there was never good friends or bad friends. It was just
a bit of both.
I think my attraction to them was the fact that they were more like
fun.
More fun. You know, well, my other ones was more, let's stay home, let's go to, you know, the club, not the club, but like community clubs, like that kind of thing. You understand?
See, I wish we did more of that.
Community club. I know.
We never stopped putting that. Maybe were we the bad friends?
No. You know, one of the bad friends. You know that, girl. Come on.
Talk about community club.
You know, it is what it is.
That's cute though. I like that.
It is.
Those are sweet friends.
They are. Yeah. So like, did you guys ever have any like challenges within your friendships? I definitely. Oh my God, let me tell you this. Wild, like when I moved away from Glasgow and moved to London, and I had this friend, which to me then I was so naive, because you know what, moving from Glasgow where like it's definitely
smaller and it's
smaller
safe.
And I think it's definitely safer compared to London.
I agree,
and then like I honestly thought this was my friend. Like we were living together, and she set me up.
What do you mean she set you up?
I mean, she legit set me up. Like we went to do our hair and stuff. Came back to her house, right? And there was like a group of like 15 girls, right, waiting for me at her house.
Excuse me.
And they were saying like I liked their boyfriend, and they legit beat me up.
Agatha.
She was never your friend.
Like she was never your
friend.
But
then I never saw that. It's not until like I was so naive because it's something that I've never experienced before. So like even after that happened, like it didn't even click.
That she wasn't your friend.
It didn't even click that she even set me up.
Oh my God.
So how did you think those girls got into your house?
It was her house. I just felt like maybe they knew.
Girl.
I actually really didn't know.
You are so trusting.
I really didn't know. And I was like, wow. But like now I'm just like, wow, like there is, you know, some friendships, like I guess if you don't step back, you know, and I guess which I didn't do then. I didn't step back and like kind of observe, you know. It's not until a later, you know, age, or maybe then I was like, okay, maybe that wasn't toxic. Right. It was toxic, you know. But
but you don't think you can tell when people have toxic traits, like your friends? Don't you think that
when you're young?
When you're young,
it's difficult.
It's harder when you're young, for sure. I agree. It's harder when you're young. However,
there are people who have funny mannerisms.
And for me, I think it's a sense. It's not even like
it's all about, you know, you can't hide your spirit, by the way. That's what that comes before you even speak. So I feel like people will always let you know how they move. But because they're friends, you make excuses. They show you. But then you kind of make excuses for them, like, but that's my friend. Until they do that to you. And you're moving mad,
crazy,
crazy. But I feel like it's kind of always there, and that's why you always again ask God, just, you know, show me who my friends are. Like, you know, ask God for insight, because you just you cannot hide who you are.
You
like
can't.
somebody will always show you who they are.
Yeah.
And then in the end, they will do something to you, and then that's when it picks. But it's always been there, so I don't know.
I know, but when you're younger, like again,
When
I
you're
think it's
younger.
hard.
You're
Because
so
I think friendships are and friendships are
yeah.
not like this emotional support and wellness type tool.
When you're younger,
No.
it
Friendships
really
are about like
isn't.
who's the biggest laugh.
Thank
Do you know what I mean?
you.
So we didn't know that we needed peace in our lives
Yeah.
until later. So
Yeah.
I think when you're younger, it's really hard. But just look at I think the advice I would give to children and young people is look at the fruits of those people's lives. Look at their fruits. Like, what are they actively doing? Like, how are their family situation? And I'm not saying things that they can't control. Like, if they're in an abusive home, they're in an abusive home. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, how do they interact with their families? How do they interact with other friends? How do they maintain other relationships that's not yours?
Yeah.
And if it's just one of them ones, like, I'll give you an example. Like, someone who is possessively after you, or someone who points out your insecurity.
Yes.
Things like that. Someone who's treats you that way, or someone who makes you feel a certain type of way. Even if when you're younger you don't know why you don't like that, move on, because that already affects your self-esteem.
Yeah,
and
it does.
it affects so many things. Like, how can someone jump you? 15 girls jump you.
Like, that's just crazy.
You know, like that it's a madness.
It is
it's a
a madness.
madness.
Like, that's just evil.
Why I never even thought about it.
No, that's madness. Yeah, it makes no sense. Like,
but it is. It's someone's. That's just an
evil heart. I'm
spirit,
sorry. Yeah,
isn't
very
it?
evil. Yeah.
And also, London's just different.
Oh,
That's like an
I can't
everyday
live-
thing.
I can't live
'Cause
there. I don't know if friendship exists.
No.
Honestly,
Because
because if you talk to anyone, they'll just be like, "Oh, just that." So then you're just like, "Oh, okay."
What?
Wow.
So being jumped is just that, yeah?
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
like, okay, let's get them back.
Yeah.
It's like, so London, I think it's definitely toxic.
Yeah.
friendship-wise.
And I think with friendships as well, it's so important to have friendships that align with your own morals. If it's faith-based, make sure, somehow they're following either similar or same faith as you.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be like one denominational. That's not what I'm saying. Like, you can have people of different faiths or no faith at all, but just morally, how upright is that person's heart and
I agree.
values and intentions, how upright are they before you start yoking yourself so closely to someone, because some people you be calling best friends. I mean, some of the best friends I had, I don't know if they're still alive, like growing up, so it's just one of those things.
Yeah. So early 20s. So when you guys were going to
Early
college
20s.
and stuff, how did that look like? That friendship?
I mean, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Right. Because then I went away for uni. I went to York.
Yeah.
But I think we talked a lot on the phone. So, but then, I'm away from my friends, from family, and I have to, kind of make new friends and put myself out there, because I didn't even know anybody over there apart from my pastor who lived in New York. And it was hard because it's like we're not doing the same thing and that kind of thing. Although it was easy for me to make friends in York, I still miss my friends. You know what I mean? And I look forward to coming back. But I think I don't know if I felt much of a. I mean, I miss my friends, obviously, but I don't know if. Because I would come back and then we'll spend time with each other,
I still remember you very much in my early 20s.
I came back a lot, Even when you went to uni, when you
I was here all the time.
You were here all the time. And then I came to see you as well. So we never really
drifted apart.
No, because we kept talking. So there was communication there. So whatever we'll talk about what's going on in our lives, just so we kept in touch. And I think that's the thing, keeping in touch no matter where you are, and talking about what's going on, where you are. So I don't remember as being a partner.
No. You're very much and like me, I'm such a hoarder for photos. You know how I am. So this girl, I have like 40,000 pictures.
Yeah.
She's 20,000 of my pictures.
No,
It's
for
such
real.
it's such a joke.
Yeah, even
It's,
that's just what it is.
So I don't think you are out of my. No, I think
we were always
together.
We're always together,
Yeah.
and we came back often. So Glasgow is our home, so we came back often.
Yeah.
And we still spend time with each other.
Yeah.
So
it was a fun time in our friendship in the 20s.
Oh,
Yeah.
we just again YOLO. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And we travel like to different cities. So just good time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
I know. I think we took our first holidays in our early 20s.
We
Our
did,
first
for our
holiday.
birthday.
Together for our birthday in our early 20s. And oh my
What a
gosh.
photo go.
Oh,
Yeah, you loved it.
Listen.
Time of our lives.
Yeah, good vibes.
That's what I knew this would be my life forever.
Yeah.
Because we traveled so well.
By the way, you know.
Honestly, without even planning it, we had our itinerary.
No way.
We didn't even plan it. So we'd wake up, we'd never have breakfast because we're not morning people.
Yeah,
we're
not at all. Like, we don't like mornings. Yeah.
First of all, we both love sleep. How more than me? But
I've gotten better. I think, you know, like, I think you love sleep as well.
I love sleep.
Fina was napping.
This girl was trying to talk to me in the cab. Do you know?
But Agatha, you have to know. Give people time. She doesn't know.
So I'm trying to nap in the cab on the way here. We just came back. We just came back from my Bangui meeting. I'm telling her how bad I slept. Excuse my language. How bad I slept the night before because of what was happening. And then she's like, "Yeah, I'm so tired too, babe." I'm like, "Okay, cool. So let's nap." Because our journey was a 4-minute journey, no joke. So this is me. I was like, she's like, "Yeah, babe, deep combo too." She talk about Baba Yangu like information. I was like, you know, everything I have to do with the charity, but I'm like, girl,
let me sleep.
And she just wouldn't get it. So this was me.
Peace and
love. But anyway, so yeah, I do love my sleep. So that holiday, we would sleep really late into the day, wake up, go for a huge lunch, go to one of our trips. We'd always have a trip, like either a boat trip or something that we chosen for excursion, and then we'd come back and have a nap. Didn't we?
So we get ready for the night.
Nap on a holiday?
Girl, you have to nap on a holiday. What are you talking
about? That was the sweetest naps.
Beautiful naps.
Oh my God.
I'm going to be annoying. Like, no napping.
Yeah, you and Happy would do that.
This is why I'm sorry.
We would not share a room.
We would not share a room. We wouldn't. You and Happy would share a room. You know? By the way,
that's how both of them like to
wake up at 6 a.m. I don't get it.
For breakfast.
They have children though.
No, for breakfast.
I like my breakfast. We love that.
Yeah, it's okay. Lunch is there too.
Yeah, brunch. We can have brunch.
Exactly. So, wow. So we had this itinerary, but we didn't have to even say it aloud. We just knew what was happening.
And that's all about friendship. We don't have to talk. We just know what's
Legit, me and this girl can sit in a room.
We just
be quiet.
Yeah, we love our peace.
Yeah, that's good.
We don't have to say anything, and we would have the best
time ever listening.
Yep. So that's that.
Yeah. So our 20s, like, I think to sum it up, that we were still in each other's lives like that. So never felt it was a fun time.
Fun, good vibes.
So how about mentally? Would you say then in your 20s it was more like about, you know, encouraging each other, self-care, love, like all that good stuff?
Maybe later.
Maybe later.
I think that when we were younger, it was all about the good times.
Yeah, it was.
You know, you know, if it's not party, it was different things. Not always party, by the way. Not always party. But one thing,
spending time with each other.
One thing that was consistent was our faith as well. I would go to our church. Sometimes she would come to mine to support each other and stuff like that. But I think it's just honestly in the last few years that we've really
kind of, because of the, like, we're not going out like that anymore.
Yeah.
So now
we've had to replace that with something else.
Something else. Yeah. You know, again, you know, prayer time. You know, we had prayer time with like our friend Ruth. Even just going for just kind of spa days, just being more kind of like on a, just slow down a little bit, not like before, you know, being present as well. You know, so it's kind of, it's just changed in the last, you know, few years, and just experience different things as well in our lives, being there for each other, and sometimes as well, again, you know, feeling like maybe we're not there for each other, but again, talking about it as well. So it's just kind of,
so the communication has evolved as you've went on.
For sure.
Sure. You've learned to communicate with each other better. Talk. How about feelings? So would you guys say you were talking about each other's feelings like at the early 20s, teens?
What do you mean feeling?
No, I mean, like, how are you feeling? Carol asks that a lot though.
Yeah.
Like, how are you feeling? Ask that, I'm like, I don't know how I'm feeling. I always say, like, honestly, people in healthcare are always the worst. Like, I will give you all the advice to look after your mental health. But sometimes it's just not. It doesn't go. It doesn't go like that for personally. So Carol is really good at, like, how are you feeling? So obviously for me, I'm not a robot. I'm obviously gonna ask her like how you're feeling as well. But I already know when something is wrong with Carol. She doesn't have to talk. I already know, and vice versa. So feelings wise, definitely the last few years is how
definitely.
we've tapped out into probably a bit more.
Yeah.
I remember this lockdown. I just remember I told you I hated it. It was just it was so awful. Having to slow down, having to cut so many things out of your life. And especially when you're always busy and always used to doing things. And I was just going through this really tough time. And then I remember Carol knew.
Yeah.
So she's like, and at that point we weren't spending that much time together, but we already knew.
We knew.
So she, of course, she's like, let's have the conversation. Like, Carol, we don't need to talk about this.
We gotta talk about it.
So I remember she suggested a walk, so we went to, is it the Botanics or something like somewhere in the West End, it's Botanics, isn't it? And then we came back, and usually, as usual, this girl doesn't do awkwardness, by the way.
Yeah, but my God, I don't do.
She doesn't like. She doesn't.
I don't like it.
No, she doesn't understand it.
I don't get it. Even
she doesn't understand it.
Things
and
can be awkward, and life goes on for me.
Like yes, she doesn't. So she wouldn't allow that for spending like 6 months apart. She wouldn't allow for that to be awkward. So I'm like, oh God. And I don't know. Sometimes you want it to be awkward.
I don't like, let it.
Do you know what I mean? But anyway, that aside, so we went for a walk, and then I think for me with feelings and emotions, I definitely find it hard to express myself that way. Like I think I'm really good at being there for people and so on and so forth. But I'm really good. It's really thank you. But it's really hard for me to express I'm feeling this way and why I'm feeling this way. But Carol knows anyway. Carol knows how to get through. She's one of the very few people who knows how to get through, and that's why I think maybe what sustained our relationship as well. Like I don't want to have to explain myself. I just want people to know, which is a bit unfair.
I know
it's unfair. It's unfair. It's unfair for some people who don't know me. So that's definitely something I'm working on. But it's hard when you have someone who does. I'm like. It's hard, Anyway, so we went for this walk and just having buns, good time, eating, whatever we do. And it was such a beautiful day, I remember. And then we come back and she drops me off. And then she's like, how are you really doing? And I think I just broke down. I'm like, I'm not doing good at all. I think I told her everything. And she's like, yeah, listen, it's okay. Yeah. It's okay. And then she actually encouraged me to get help. Like, she was, I remember so well, you really helped me through that period. And I remember just thinking like, I think maybe the switch from friend to sister happened ages ago. But then she'd also become my confidant at that point. And I thought, like, God, just thank you so much for this girl, because I don't know what it is. Like sometimes you almost need permission to like get help for any problem that you have, whether it's your mental health. Do you know what I mean? When someone tells you that it's okay to seek help, I don't know what shift that happens, because does that make sense? So and then she supported me through all that, and I came up from the other side, and I remember when I was on the other side, I was like, oh my God, Carol, I was so emotional. Carol, I got through it. Like, I'm so proud of you. Yeah, and it was just like how just how powerful. Just Carol, obviously she's very much beautiful outside. That's so obvious, but her kindness and her soul. Yeah, I think that's just the most beautiful thing about you, actually. Thank you. She said it.
I told them this is
it's how we are, though. Like it is what it is.
Agatha said, I'll tell everyone. Agatha said before we get on, we're gonna have lots of eye contact.
You see, they're not even looking at. Usually she looks at me, but today she's like. My bag. I just see the bag. I'm like, please look at me also. I'm here.
Let's go back to you.
But guys, just before we continue the topic, guys, I am your host, Agatha Kabera. You're listening to Jambo Radio. The topic today is friendship. You can join us on Jambo Radio Scotland on Facebook, also on the website www.jamboradio.co.uk. You can call in the studio and join into the conversation on 075-4200-2891. Yes, I'm here now. I'm back.
You're back.
Welcome back.
Yes. And guys, our special guests, Fina and Carol, are here today. So we're just talking about friendship. Guys, so what would you say the benefits of friendships are?
There's plenty. You know what I mean? It's just the fact that you, again, speaking about me and Fina, you have someone who just gets you, right? I don't like long things. I don't like to.
She hates long things.
I just don't like lengthy things. I love people who have insight. So it's just having that person who just knows you,
Yeah.
somebody you can go to with a problem, and they will help you solve it without having to ask you, oh, how did you get here?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, don't
Judgmental or whatever. Like,
You don't need that. Yeah, it's
I don't need that. So
Yeah.
you need just someone who's willing, you know, and who can just not drop everything, but just who, even if they couldn't drop everything, that you just know that in their hearts they wish they could drop everything for you. So, and it's just having. It's beautiful to have someone to sort of, you know, experience things with, and, you know, sort of do life with. Again, someone that you can trust, someone that you can, you know, I don't know, like, because we go through different things in life, right? So
100%.
someone who can be there for you when you're down, even someone who can be there for you to celebrate your wins, you know, small wins, big wins, whatever it is, you know. It's just beautiful to have that kind of person. I'm so grateful for Fina as well, because not only that, but we also pray together. Do you know what I mean? So although sometimes we're not always like, you know, we don't pray like all the time, but you know, I do know if I ask her to pray for me, she would pray for me, you know. So we always have sort of that foundation. So if anything, you know, there is that, you know, we have God in common, God put us together as friends. So it's just there's just so much. I don't even know like what to say, but there's a lot that comes with having a sister, you know. There's a lot that comes with having a friend. I just know that, you know, somebody else in this world, apart from, you know, my family and my husband, they have my back. That's it. No matter what she's in the world, I know she will just come through for me, you know. Even if she can't be there physically, she will make sure that her presence is felt somehow, you know. So, and it's just beautiful, because she's been there at every sort of, you know, stage. Like, if again we look at pictures, like Tina is there. You know, she's everywhere, and I just love that she's kind of, you know, everywhere, you know, and she's still here, you know. So it's a beautiful journey, to be honest. It really is. And we get to, you know, learn, and, you know, also stretches you, you know, just to kind of like be more just open and understanding as well, because we you know, we're similar but we're different, you know what I mean. So, but it just kind of just teaches you, you know, and it's just beautiful to also again just see your friend like just kind of like, you know, evolve and just be who you know they are. They could be, you know what I mean. So because me, the way I see Fina, I don't know if it's how she sees herself, you know what I mean. So I just see her as just this queen and just beautiful, intelligent, you know. So just so kind. Fina is so kind.
She is.
She really is. You know what I mean? Very kind. She will go out of her way for every single person. You know what I mean? So that's just how she is as a person. You know. So it's just beautiful to look at her. Look at her. She always says that she's shy.
Just blush, babe. It's okay, blush.
So I don't know if I've answered that, but
I agree.
Fina, how about you? What would you say?
The benefits of having friendship. Exactly. I think exactly what Carol said. Just having someone to do this life with that's not your family, and you know, that's not people that you didn't choose. You know what I mean? And I don't know, I think now as well, it's having someone to grow intellectually with as well. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that Carol teaches me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't like just through conversation. Like, oh, I didn't think about, you know, things that way, or vice versa. There's a lot of things even now that she's in a season of it being in a marriage. There's a lot of things she'll tell me, and I'm like, oh I didn't think of it that way. So it's a learning. I think the older you get, definitely friendships change, and I think it goes from seasons of love and pouring in to support and encouragement to learning and growing. And then the good thing about me and Carol, I think, is sometimes we do all the above together constantly. And that's what makes the friendship work.
That's beautiful.
What about you? What do you think what's the benefits of a good friendship for you?
Everything that you guys have said, just growing together, encouraging, you know, like that's like when Carol was talking, like, you know, I know for me, I've kind of joined you guys kind of friendship more recently and stuff, but like that's one thing that I benefited. I think like, when I look at my friendships, I don't know, maybe because I moved quite a lot, but there's just certain things, like I feel like after I had Peyton, you know, there's in my own friendships, there's even just love. I know you guys always tell me like, oh Agatha, you're so laughing and stuff, but honestly I think at one point I was toxic. I was a toxic friend, and it's not until I had Peyton that I really learned how to like love. I think I've always had it in me, but I don't know, it's just the environment and maybe even me healing myself.
Yeah.
Because I think like you can't give out that
What you
love
don't have.
if
True.
you don't, you understand.
that's true.
So I think it's something that I had to heal,
Yeah.
and then I was able now to give it out to other people.
Yeah.
But I think before that, I was definitely toxic, and it's just because I had so much pain and stuff within myself, you know. So that's another topic. Do you think
That's so interesting that-
I think we can all, I won't speak for Carol, but I think I can definitely relate to that. I think there's definitely times in my life where I'm going through something, or it's so hard that I'm not my best self. And my tolerance is super low. So my friendships would suffer. Yeah, I agree. But I think now, because our circle is so small isn't it? And our circle is small, so the people that we have in our lives, it's people that understand and know us. So if we're not communicating the way that we do, they'll give us some leniency there. If we're not loving or celebrate, if we're not being us, who we normally are, then the people around us are more forgiving. But when we're younger, for sure, like, oh my gosh, I blew up a few friendships with like toxicity.
Definitely.
And sometimes I think it was not intentional though.
It just kind of just happened.
It just happens.
And
depending on where you are in life.
Exactly.
So I can relate to that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. I think, it depends what you're going through. If you're in a happy place, you're gonna give out happy, you loving, happy environment.
You're gonna give out more of yourself. For sure.
So guys, have you guys set boundaries in your friendships?
That's interesting.
Can I, you go first. I think.
Yeah. Have we? I wouldn't say that we've set boundaries. Maybe I feel I have unspoken boundaries.
Okay.
Right. So there are things that we know that
you just know.
You just will never. You never even think about doing. Because we know that will end the friendship.
Yes.
So we know how far we can go. So we don't have to talk about it. And also we respect each other. Right. So there's that.
True. That's true.
I respect Fina. She respects me. And we just and also because we're very also big in we're big on space and respecting somebody's space, respecting somebody's boundaries and all that kind of stuff. So I don't think we've ever had to talk about it. We just sort of maybe just growing up, we just watched each other. So I just know what Fina will not tolerate. And she knows what I will not tolerate without talking about it. We just know what it is. Nothing, but it all comes from just respect. You have to respect your friend. There's a way that I would never talk to Fina. Even if like I'm angry with her, I'd rather remove myself from the situation. Do you know what I mean? I will refrain myself because I know that's just going going a bit too far. And again, that comes to the fact that my mom always says, as friends, we have a friendship account. So we've got a bank account. There's so much that has been put into that savings account that I will never want to lose all that savings. So not to say that if I'm not happy, I wouldn't let her know. I would tell her, but there's a way that I would talk to her because I respect her as my friend. You know what I mean? So when it comes to boundaries, again, I say we've never had to talk about it. We just because I know her, so I know things I would just never do because that's just not even who I am. You know what I mean? So and she knows as well some things I will just not tolerate. So we've never had to talk about it. I agree. We just know maybe with like our other friends we've had to talk about it. I will speak for myself. I've had to maybe address this is something I don't appreciate, that kind of stuff. But with Finn, I've never had to. I don't know if it's because we've been so close and we've watched each other and we just know
you've learned each other how to
exactly. And somebody's as well, like someone's sort of weaknesses and strengths. So some things you just know you will never try to attack them on the weaknesses. You know what I mean? So we just and again it all comes from respecting each other.
I agree. So. I think Carol is I agree with everything she said because I think it's proximity, just that intimacy and closeness, but also respect. I didn't know now that you're saying it, I respect you without knowing I respect you. You know what I mean? I think we respect each other a lot.
We do.
There's ways that I talk to Carol. The way we communicate is not how I communicate with everybody. And I think it's a personality thing as well because with Carol, she's got such a calm soul. If you come in at her funny, like you can't shout at Carol, because you look crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if you started shouting at Carol, you would just look like,
she would just look at you like,
it doesn't make sense. And so for me, I think I speak before I think. So with Carol, I don't do that though. But that's how I think it's respect. It's how someone carries themselves as well. And that's important. But respect and that proximity and intimacy. But with other friendships and other relationships, for sure, boundaries. so her mom has the best boundaries. I always tell her that. I always tell Carol like, oh my god, your mom is so like she's my hero, because her mom, when you meet her, you know she has boundaries without her speaking. You know what I mean? There's just things that it's just things you know. So I attain to be that level of boundaries.
Me too.
I have zero. Like honestly, growing up the way I grew up, my boundaries are so just flip floppy. You know, they're not where they need to be. But I'm definitely learning as an adult. And I think back a few years back, they were so rigid and so tight because I didn't know how to set boundaries, you know. So if you broke my boundaries, I'm like, nope, you're just cut off. That's it, you're done. 1 second out. But I think now I'm learning to be a bit more gracious and be like, you can have boundaries without blocking people. You can have, you know. So boundaries is a hard one though. If you haven't, I think with Carol, I don't think it's ever been an issue because she grew up watching her mom set those boundaries. You know, without even having that language that this is boundaries. You just grew up experiencing that from the get. But when you've not grown up like that, it's really, boundaries are hard in friendships and any relationship.
True.
I agree. Guys, we're about to end the show, but I want you guys to both kind of summarize like what healthy relationships looks like for our listeners.
Okay, do you wanna go?
You go first.
I think safety, peace, encouragement, growth, fun as well.
Fun to be fun.
Commonality, you know, having things in common, respect, and that's what makes healthy relationships, and just love as well, you know. And you have to have love for your friends. You know, all these things are good, but if you don't have love for the person that you're in relationship with, whether it's a friendship or a spouse or whatever it is, then there's nothing driving that, you know. So
I mean, you've said it all, Fina. You know what I mean? And love, again, is a big one.
It's a big one.
You have to just love your friends, you know. And I'm not saying no matter what, but like you just have to. It's good. You need to love your friends.
True.
You have to. And also, you know, acceptance. You have to accept your friends.
That's another one. This girl, she's so accepting.
I agree.
That thing she is. But actually, it doesn't annoy me that much because I think the kind of people that she tries. So she's trying.
How can you say I'm accepting? Yourself, you are.
I am to a degree though. You are very accepting. So hers is so nice. Like hers is like, she accepts people who are
for who you are.
So I love that, like, come as you are, and I love you anyway. So for her, it's beautiful. Maybe I have my trust issues. I'm like, what do you want? And me, I'm like, I need to suss you out. Like, what are your intentions before I let you in my life? She's not like that. She'll let you in her life at a space, but but
I mean, I don't want people coming as
acceptance.
They are. Acceptance, but just don't cross me. Because then I don't like fakeness. I don't like long things. I don't like
exactly.
Just don't bring your bad vibes on me. I'm not gonna tolerate it. So because there's a way to accept people, you know, while still having the distance. So it doesn't mean you have to limit your life. No, you're just friendly. But that's about it, you know. So but I mean, going back to I guess what we would describe as a healthy friendship. Again, Fina, you've said it all. But again, just, you know, again, supporting each other, but celebrating the small wins. That's a big...
You guys are very good at that.
You know how we are.
You guys
celebrate we love celebrating. Because we love celebrating people. Because everyone achieves things at a different pace. So we're very much just aware of, you know, how people are and how they move. So we try to celebrate them, you know, just celebrate whatever they achieve in, you know, in whatever capacity. So just, you know, celebrate each other. Again, like when I say, just, you know, have fun. Just again, respect, and also be aware. Like watch out when someone is not for you. You know, when you are at your lowest, how does somebody treat you? Do you know what I mean? Like be, you know, just have that awareness to know. Okay, you know, this is how they are with me. This is how, you know, they're not with me. So you know, have awareness. Have awareness. And just again, respect and love, and have a good time, you know, have fun. But you have to have awareness to know, is this person, you know, are they here for me or are they not here for me? That's the beginning of everything else, because somebody can, you know, trying to show you fake love, but that will not amount to anything. So just be aware of how someone treats you when you're at your lowest, even when you are celebrating something. How do they treat you? Be aware.
Another thing that I love between the two of you is your communication. Like, I think friendship is big.
Communication is key, by the way.
Communication is key.
And
sorry, I didn't say that one, but communication
is key. You listen to each other, you hear each
other. We do.
Like, I love that. And I think, like, you know what, if you're in a friendship and you don't have good communication, and you can't tell the person, like, this is hurting me or what, it definitely,
I agree.
breaks you apart. So I love that for you guys.
I
want to thank you.
Thank you for having us. Thank you, Queen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being a good friend too.
I know, Agatha. We love you, girl.
I love you.
You have good vibes, by the way. We love that. We love that.
You're getting some eye contact now. How do you feel about
I know.
Everything is making me shy after they've just been giving each other eye. Guys, we have finished. I know you're calling in, but it's too late. We cannot pick up. But we will have Fina and Carol back on the show, and you guys can call and join in. But guys, thank you so much.
You got 2 minutes though.
Yeah, why no.
Serena's like, no.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to the show. We are actually in a relationship series. Our next topic will be work relationships. That will be next week, Friday, 5 p.m. Make sure you join us. And guys, please engage with us on Baba Yangu and Jambo Radio. Let us know, what you'd like us to discuss. But yeah, thank you so much for listening, guys. Thank you, Fina. Thank you, Carol.
For having us, girl.
And we'll have a lovely weekend. See you next week. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.